sound. Good afternoon, fellow environmentalists and mindset changers. This afternoon, we are with Uncle Ben, uh, Mr. Benjamin Mibenge, an environmentalist based here in Livingston. Welcome to the interview.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so much for inviting us to the tree planting exercise. It's been a pleasure. I would like to find out more from you about what's going on in Livingston. Could you give us a brief um, preview of what the environmental status of Livingston is?
Yeah, thank you so much. Our status here in Livingston is not too bad.
Okay.
I think it's okay. As far as I'm concerned, it's all right because that is what I do. That is what we do with fellow environmentalists. What is also important with Livingston is that in conjunction with the council, we do some cleanup every last week of the month. And through that, we've been able to clean up drainages, we plant the trees, we collect the plastics, we do environmental awareness with various people and so on. So I think it is very nice, because the issue of the environment today is the main topic, not just here in Livingstone, in the whole of Zambia, in fact, the whole world. Everybody is talking about climate change. And if we have to beat the climate change, I think we have to do a lot of work to protect our environment. And one of the things that we do, like we have just been doing, is the exercise of planting trees. We just took advantage of the councillors from Western Province who were having a workshop here, and I tried to convince them so that when they go back, because they are new councillors, so that we can put them into this issue of protecting the environment, because that is what life is all about. And I'm happy that I think the response has been very, very good. But I think coming back to Livingston again, this is the only town that you can move around and still be able to see a number of birds. You can see a number of lizards, chameleons, snakes, and so on. And that is even frogs. That is an indication to show you that the environment is actually, it is good. Because I think we've been a bit, not even a bit, we've been strict with the things that we've actually been doing. We try to discourage people from burning. We try to discourage people from cutting trees without any permission and things like that. So we have done very, very well. Of course, we have the Dambwa Reserve Forest.
Yes.
And I should be frank with you because there's been a lot of illegal cutting. People are trying to manufacture charcoal almost every day. Per day, you get 100 bicycles multiplied by 5 bags, and that is every day. And that is not very good, and that is something that we want to control to keep our Livingston clean. And mind you, Damba Forest is a reserve forest. For you to go there, you must be doing some research of some kind. You possibly taking your visitors just to show them what a natural forest is supposed to be. You take your pupils, your students, so that eventually they grow up with these things. We are trying by all means, and that's why, for me, with the establishment of of the green economy and the environment the ministry,
Yeah.
I think that is a very, very positive move that this new government has done. But mind you, to establish a ministry is one thing, and to do the actual job is another. So it is up to us because we are the donkeys to do the actual job. Well, when I'm saying donkey, we enjoy the work. It's not, it's actually the donkey in brackets. So I think that is what each one of us has to do. And that's why sometimes it is better for our leadership, the provincial minister, the mayor and the councillors always to be in the forefront to educate the people, to show by practical examples. Let them plan, let them the people see them sweep, then everybody is going to follow. So I think that is what we have been doing so far. We have a lot of NGO here. For example, I come from Save the Forest Foundation. We have Environmental Africa, and we have a lot of other NGO, and all of us work together. And surprisingly, what is so special about Livingston also is we have the press club, the journalists. have always been in the forefront. We've planted a lot of trees. These are guys who don't just take videos, the news, what and what and so on. They've put themselves in the actual planting and the actual cleaning.
That's awesome to hear from them. Lastly, probably you could make a comment on the latest
I know you want to talk
incidences
about
on
the
the
elephants.
elephants. Yes.
Yes,
What
yes.
is your personal opinion on that
My
issue?
personal opinion is people must learn to live with wildlife. There is no two way about it.
Yes.
We are human beings, and if we know that if we are intelligent, as we say, we must find the solution to this. Elephants are here, and they will be here for a very long time. I've never seen so many elephants for the long period that I've been living. So the reason is simple. There's a lot of noise in Zimbabwe. There's a lot of noise in Namibia, and they are running here because it is quiet. That is the reason. So what should we do? Our law does not give us permission to crop. So it is up to National Park, in conjunction with the council, in the conjunction with a lot of environmental groups, to try and find a solution. And I tell you, it has been very, very difficult because we have almost closed all the corridors for elephants.
Yes.
And when you close, that's why you find that now they're even coming into compounds. They eat people's mangoes, they eat people's gardens, and so on. So we have that problem. We should just sit down and find a solution. People will say, why don't the elephants make such noise in Zimbabwe and here? The difference is, here in Livingstone, our town is full of fruits, our town is full of farms, our farm is full of gardens. So elephants find it a little bit easy to come here and have the food. That's what it is. In Zimbabwe, of course, they don't have that kind of situation. So I think this is some of the things that we have to look at and work out together and see what the solution is. The solution is not to do away with the elephants, because if you are going to talk about tourism, that is the tourism that people want.
Exactly.
We have a lot of people that come here, they've never seen an elephant before. So you can see that already is an attraction. So let's just find a solution on what we should do. And I look, I don't concur these people who go into the internet and they put up all these negative things. It is this and that. Sometimes what they put up is not what is there on the ground. I don't know why people always want to exaggerate. All I can ask our Livingstonian is this: when you see the elephant, don't stone them. Don't make all these unnecessary noise. Why do you want to pick up fires and start throwing in the elephants? You irritate them. And you know, elephants are very intelligent. They know what to do. If you react like that, they also react in the same way. So we just have to be careful. Let's just learn to live with these animals. We can find solutions.
Lastly, Uncle Ben, any message to the environmentalists out there? This is the tree planting season. What should they do?
Well, I think this is the right time, because each time when you plant the trees during the dry season, they say no, water is difficult to find. You know, people have got all these excuses and so on. This is October. In November, we should plant trees, especially towards the end of November, because that is when we expect rain to start. By the time the rain go, because our rain here take how months? Almost 4 months. By after 4 months, they would have at least established their root system. Even when we are going to water during the dry season, you use minimal water. So I think this is a time, and this is, look, we have got too many vehicles around, and you know, because we have got too many vehicles, you know, they produce so much CO2, and that's why we need to increase the number of trees to absorb those trees, and that is what the situation must be.
To absorb
So
the
we
CO2.
to absorb CO2. So you don't have necessarily to plant indigenous tree. You can plant a mango, you can plant an orange, because you will know that at the end of the day, you will not just benefit the oxygen, you also benefit the fruit, you know, the leaves for your compost and things like that. So that is how good it is. Well, it is something that we should just do. Why should we be pushed into it? Because look, the trees give us the rain. The rain gives us the food. So it shouldn't it be just automatic that we must just do it? But
Exactly.
because it is not automatic, we try to push as much the people as possible. That is
Okay.
our job.
All right. Uncle Ben, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate you sparing time, and we look forward to being with you in the next time as well.
It's always my pleasure
All right.
talking to you.
Okay.
I'll always be there for you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.